Morning. I think you should all be with me now. Lovely day again. Hope you've all well this week. And this is week 6 of Karen's Isolation Yoga. We're going to go over everything we've been doing for the last 6 weeks. I got quite a few messages last week that I worked quite hard, so that's really good. Always good to hear. Just remembering that you don't always have to do everything, and you can always try to give you options, so you don't always have to do the most advanced option. So yeah, probably going to work you a little bit hard again today for week 6. Okay, sound seems to be fine from the sound man. So do what you can. Remember, think about how you're feeling this morning, and if at any time you need to have a little bit of a break, just stop. If we're in a standing posture, stand into Tadasana. You can work with the breath. If we're on the mat, you can lie probably on your front because we'll be working with our cat, cow, dog, flying cat sequence again. Okay, so we will get started. So feet hip width apart to begin with. Remember, nice long line with the body. Nice long spine. We're just going to do a little bit of awareness first, working through the body, just making you aware of each of the different parts of the body. And as we start to do posture work, try and remember the awareness that we've been doing. So when we're doing standing postures, be aware of your feet. When we're stretching out our arms, awareness of the hands and the arms, always aware of the spine and the shoulders. So just have a little look down first of all, make sure your feet are in line. So remember, if they're slightly out, bring them back into line first of all. And then I just want you to think about, first of all, the heels. So make sure you can feel the heels on the mat. Just be aware of all the 4 corners of the heel, the pad of the heel. Just feel it under the mat. You don't have to be forcing down, just feel it nice and firmly on the mat. And then we're going to move on to the balls of our feet. So remember, it's quite handy. If you lift the toes up, you can feel the balls of your feet on the mat an awful lot better. And then just be aware of the shape the balls of the feet are making on the mat, still being aware of the heels. And nice and slowly, we're just going to place each toe down individually if you can, starting with the big toe. So try and place the big toe down first, and then work through the other toes till you come to the little toe. So all the toes are sitting in the mat. Remember, try and spread them out if you can. So try and not have them crunched up, and don't hang on to the mat. So you're not clinging to the mat with your toes. You're just placing the feet nice and firmly on the mat so that you can be aware of the heel, the ball of the foot, each of the pad, on each of the toes. Okay, so now we're going to think about lifting through the legs. So remember, you don't force your knees back into a lock. So keep the knees just slightly soft. Lift through the legs. Feel as if you're lengthening through the thighs. Coming up to the hips, think about the core, so your glutes, your abdominal muscles up through the obliques. Be aware of this area that we call the core, which strengthens and helps to protect the back. So really important to try and keep this area nice and strong. Moving on up, lifting again through the spine, keep the shoulders back and down. So we try and keep the shoulders pushing the blades together and the shoulders down. So not lifting up to the ears, keeping the shoulders down. So just bring your hands, just place on your shoulders if you can, and we're just going to work the shoulders, just getting warmed up. So on the inhale, I want you to take the elbows and the shoulders back, and then inhale, lift them up towards the ears. You're drawing a circle with your elbows. As you exhale, draw the shoulders and the elbows forward and lower back down to your sides. So maybe you work with the breath. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Nice and slowly. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Just work with the breath. Now we're going to reverse the direction. So in your next inhale, think about bringing the shoulders and the elbows forward and up. As you exhale, push them back and down. So remember, as you push back, you're thinking about trying to get the shoulder blades to touch together. Inhale up, exhale back and down. Again, just keep with the breath. And on your next exhale, just bring them back down, releasing the hands back to your sides. And we're just going to go on to awareness of the arms and the hands. So on the inhale, lift the arms and the hands up halfway. As you exhale, really stretch out the arms, stretch out the palms of the hands and the fingers as well. Inhale, take the arms above the head, touch each of the fingers together, so thumb to thumb, all the way through to the little fingers. Exhale, bring the arms halfway back down. Inhale, stretch the arms, stretch out the palms. Exhale, release the arms back to your side. We're just going to repeat that a few times more. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, stretch out. Inhale, hands come above the arms, come above the head, fingertips come together, so awareness of those fingertips. Exhale, bring the arms halfway back down. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, back to your side. Again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, stretch. Inhale above the head, fingertips together, awareness of the fingertips. Exhale, bring the arms back down. Stretch out the arms and the hands. And again, inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, above the head, fingertips together. Exhale, arms halfway. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. And again, inhale, halfway. Exhale, stretch out. Inhale, above the head, fingertips together. Exhale, lower. Inhale, stretch. And exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, above the head. Exhale, lower. Inhale, stretch. And once more. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, above the head. Fingertips together. Exhale, halfway. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Going back to standing position, nice long spine, close the eyes. I want you to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Really feel the abdomen extend as you inhale. And as you exhale, just gently release and let go. And again, inhale through the nose all the way down into the abdomen. This time, see if you can lift the air up into the chest. You actually feel the rib cage and the chest expand as you're inhaling. And as you start to exhale, think of releasing the air from the top of the chest first, empty the abdomen last. And again, inhale through the nose all the way down, full yogic breath if you can. And nice and slowly exhaling again through the nose. Opening the eyes, coming back to stand, this time in Tadasana. So this time, if you can, bring the feet closer together. Big toes should be touching heels slightly apart. For those of you who are not comfortable with that, maybe balance issues or it's just not a comfortable position, remember you can just keep your feet hip width apart. So either way, we're going to think about lifting through the legs, keeping the knees soft, engaging these core muscles, lifting up through the spine, the shoulders are back and down. You should be gazing directly ahead. So we're going to work on our forward bends that we've been doing. So remember, we're moving into a forward bend and then we're either coming all the way back up to hold the beach ball, or we're coming halfway up where you're lengthening your spine. So you're really feeling as if you're being pulled towards me by the crown of the head and pulled away from me by the tailbone. So you're stretching the upper body when it's parallel to the floor. Okay, so from Tadasana, inhale, take the arms up above the head. Keep the arms nice and wide and see if you can look up towards the ceiling and then spread the fingers if you're holding on to a really light but a big beach ball. So you're just balancing in your fingertips. As I say, if you can look up. So when you're starting to look up, you've got to arch back slightly to keep the length through the neck. So don't just drop your head back, lengthen the neck. But from there in the next, we're just going to fold forward nice and gently. Bend the knees, come into a forward bend. Inhale, lifting all the way back up, arms above the head, holding the beach ball. Exhale, folding forward into the forward bend. Inhale, coming all the way up, holding the beach ball. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming all the way up, the beach ball. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, up to the beach ball. And again, folding forward. Inhale, up to the beach ball. Again, on the exhale, we're going to fold forward. On your next inhale, we're just coming halfway up. So slide the hands up, the legs till about the knees, and then really lengthen the upper body. So don't be crouching over. Don't let the shoulders drop. Push the shoulders back, lengthen Remember, crown of the head towards me. Really feel as if you're pushing the crown of the head towards me and you're pushing the tailbone away from me. So your parallel, upper body's parallel to the floor. You want to create a nice long straight back. So you could set a tray of drinks on and they would sit there nice and comfortably. Okay, so exhale, we're going to fold back down towards the floor. Inhale, coming halfway up, create that nice long line with the spine. Really work on lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. So remember, as you come back up, you straighten out the legs again. As you exhale, put a bend in the knees so the hands come to the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. This time in the inhale, we're coming up to the beach ball. Inhale, all the way up. Hold the beach ball. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, up to the beach ball. Exhale, fold forward. And again, up to the beach ball. Inhale, up to the beach ball. Exhale, going to fold forward. This time, inhale, coming halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, folding forward. And once more, inhale, halfway. Exhale, folding forward. And finally, on the inhale, all the way to the beach ball. We're going to hold and breathe, looking up, lengthen those arms. And exhale, coming back to stand. Okay, so you're starting to warm up. We're going to move on now to our sun salutes, the Surya Namaskar. Traditional warm-up for yoga. It's coming to the front of the mat. So remember, your starting position is Tadasana, that nice long line with the body, lifting through the legs, shoulders are back and down. Again, you're gazing directly ahead, arms by your side. So we take it nice and gentle, use the modified positions the first round. And then for those of you who can, we'll go on to the full positions for the next round. So on the inhale, lift the arms, look up. So remember putting that arch, oh no, sorry, start again, back to Tadasana. Okay, modified positions the first time. Inhale, arms out and up. As you exhale, bend the knees, take the chest, the thighs, relax the head and neck, hands are beside the feet. Going to step the right foot back first, lower the knee, flatten the foot so you're in a gentle lunge position. Take the left leg back so that you're onto all fours. Nice and slowly draw the body forward, lowering to the floor. Bring the forearms onto the mat, and on an inhale, lift the upper body into Sphinx. So remember, for Sphinx, you're scooping the chest forward, pushing the shoulders back and down, lower body's nice and relaxed. From there, hips to heels, forehead to the mat, extended child's pose. And coming back up onto all fours, step that right foot forward, back through between the hands. Follow with the left, so you're back in your forward bend. Deep bend in the knees, push up through the legs. Arms come above the head. And exhale, bring the arms back to your side. So exactly the same, going to lead with the left leg this time. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, nice deep forward bend. This time the left foot back into the lunge. Take the right leg back, you're on all fours. Nice and slowly draw the body forward, lower to the floor. Forearms down, inhaling into Sphinx. Really lengthen that spine. Hips to heels, forehead to the mat, extended child's pose. Back up onto all fours, step the left foot forward, so you're back in your lunge. Follow with the right, back in your forward bend. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Arms come above the head. And exhale, release. Okay, so that was one round of the modified positions. This time we're going to use the full positions for those of you who can. But remember, stay with the modified if it suits this morning. So again, we're going to lead with the right leg first. From Tadasana, inhale, take the arms out and up. This time, if you can, look up and really arch back so you've got a nice long spine. As you exhale, folding forward from the hips, straight legs, straight back. Swan dive into the forward bend, right foot back into the lunge. This time, push through with the hips. You're getting a nice stretch. Then tuck the toes under, take a plank position this time. Knees, chin and chest go towards the mat. Draw the body forward. If you can, this time coming into Cobra. If you prefer Sphinx, have the forearms on the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down facing dog. Step that right foot forward, back through between the hands. You're back in the lunge. Lift the arms and look up. Palms together. Lower the hands in front of the chest. Draw the body forward. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Release the hands. Step the left foot forward. Inhale. All the way up to standing, looking up. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, release. Okay, so leading with the left leg this time. Inhale, looking up. Exhale into the forward bend. Left leg back into the lunge. Push through with the hips. Tuck the toes. Take a plank. Knees, chin and chest towards the mat. Draw the body forward. Remember, either coming into cobra or sphinx. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Down facing dog. Step the left foot forward, back into the lunge. The arms, look up. Palms together, lowering. Draw the body forward. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Release the hands. Step the right foot forward. Inhale. All the way up to standing, looking up. And exhale, release. Okay, moving on to another round. Remember, if at any point you need to stop, you just stand into Tadasana. Inhale, looking up. Exhale into the forward bend. Right foot back this time, into the lunge, push through with the hips. Toes, take a plank. Knees, chin and chest towards the mat, draw the body forward, cobra or sphinx. The toes, lift the hips, down facing dog. Step the right foot forward, back into the lunge. Arms look up, palms together, lowering, draw the body forward. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Release the hands. Step that left foot forward, back into forward bend. Inhale. All the way up, looking up. Exhale, release. Okay, leading with the left leg. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward bend. Left foot back into the lunge, push through with the hips. Tuck the toes, take a plank position. Knees, chin and chest towards the mat, draw the body forward, cobra or sphinx. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down facing dog. Step that left foot forward, back through between the hands. Lift the arms, look up, palms together, lowering. Draw the body forward, right elbow to left knee. Release the hands. Step the foot forward. Inhale, all the way up, looking up. Exhale, release. So if you can, one more round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, into the forward bend. Right leg back, push through with the hips. Tuck the toes, take a plank. Knees, chin and chest towards the mat, draw the body forward, cobra or sphinx. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down facing dog. Right foot forward, into the lunge, lift the arms, look up. Palms together, lowering. Draw the body forward, left elbow to right knee. Release the hands, left foot forward. Inhale, coming all the way up, looking up. Exhale, release. Lead with the left. Inhale, look up. Exhale, into the forward bend. Left foot back into the lunge, push through with hips. Tuck the toes, take a plank. Knees, chin and chest towards the mat, draw the body forward, cobra or sphinx. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down facing dog. Left foot forward, back into the lunge. Lift the arms, look up, palms together, lowering. Draw the body forward, right elbow to the outside, the left knee, release the hands. Step the right foot forward, you're back in your forward bend. Inhale, coming all the way up, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Okay, so you should be all warmed up nicely now. I'm going to move on to our work with balance. So again, this week we're going to work with tree that we've been working with. Next week, I think we'll move on to something else. But just remembering that next week, if the balance that we're working in for some reason doesn't suit you, you can always do tree instead. So they're all warm up together, and then you get a chance to work with different positions depending what suits you this morning. So we're all going to work with the first position first of all. So remember, if you do need a chair or want to stand beside a wall, then that's absolutely fine. Just put your fingertips nice and gently on the wall so you've just got a little bit of stability. Let the weight coming down into your standing foot. Don't let the hip fall out, so keep the hip nice and upright. A nice soft standing knee, so don't lock the knee back. Come up onto the toes of the other foot and just bring the heel against the standing leg. We'll start with the hands in front of us, pressed, palms pressed nice and firmly together just in front of the chest. Just give yourself a bit of stability and again engage those core muscles. And remember, you also want to pick your focal point. So pick a position, something on the wall, the floor, something that won't move, and just keep the gaze nice and centered. So from here, some of you might want to just lift and lower the toes. Remember, that's absolutely fine. And remember, if you're holding onto a chair, that's fine. You don't have to have the hands in front of the chest. For those of you who are comfortable lifting the foot off the mat, just slide the foot up onto the calf. Think about turning that knee out so it's going out to the side. So really try and open up the hip. And then we're just going to hold and breathe, tree pose. And then slowly slide that foot back to the mat. We're going to move to the opposite side. So weight coming down into the standing foot, up onto the toes of the other foot. Bring the heel just against the standing leg. And when you're ready, just, if you can, slide the foot up onto the calf. Remember, you can just keep the toes on the floor and just lift and lower the toes if that's the stage you're at with your balance. Then we're going to hold and breathe. Come out if you need to. You can always just come out, come back in if you find yourself a little bit unbalanced. And slide the foot back to the floor. So moving back to the first side again, decide if you want to keep the toes on the floor or if you can slide them up onto the calf, turning the leg out. This time, only if you're comfortable, take the arms above the head. Otherwise, you can keep the hands in front of the chest. So again, we're going to hold and breathe. And nice and controlled, bring the hands back down in front of the chest and then slide the foot to the mat. Move to the opposite side. Slide the foot up onto the calf. If you're going that far, think about turning out the knee. And then if you're ready, you can put the hands up above the head. Otherwise, just keep them in front of the chest. It's doing what's right for you this morning. Hands back down if you can, nice and slowly, and slide the foot back to the mat. Bring the arms above the head, and as you exhale, I'm going to fold forward into forward bend, holding from the hips. And just let the upper body relax towards the mat. Just let the hips stretch out, the lower back stretch out. A couple of nice deep breaths in the forward bend. And nice and slowly inhale, come back up to stand. We're going to do another round of our tree pose. So this time it's very much a case of which position you want to go into. And I'm not going to tell you, oh, hold, come out. It's up to you how long you hold for. Once we get to a certain stage, I'll say, right, if you've not finished now, come out so that we can all move on together. But it just gives you a chance to work on whatever position you want. So for some of you, you might want to take it nice and easy and keep the toes on the floor. So obviously you'll be able to hold in that position for a lot longer than if you've gone to something that's a little bit more advanced. So remember, your foot position is either with the toes on the floor, you can just lift and lower, foot on the calf, making sure you're really turning that leg out as far as you can, or bring the foot all the way up onto the thigh. Those of you who are working with this, you might still need to hold on to the foot up there. Just see if you can loosen your grip a little bit more this week, and you can maybe just let go, hold on again. You can have the hands in the prayer position in front of the chest, or you can take them above the head. So just pick your first side, decide which position you're going for, And then hold and breathe for as long as you comfortably can. When you come out, come back into Tadasana, and then we'll all move on together. So if you're holding the most advanced position, some of you might not be able to hold it for as long. That's absolutely fine. You're just working with what you can this morning, holding and breathing. And you're just holding for as long as you can. Don't worry that I've already come out of position. Hold for a little bit longer if you can, and then we'll all move on to the next side together. And just releasing if you haven't already, back to Tadasana, and then we're going to move on to the next side. So again, pick the position that suits. You might find for whatever reason, if you've got an issue on one side and not the other, that you might have to do a slightly different foot position or a hand position depending on how you feel. I'm certainly stronger on the leg that I've just done. So this one, I might not be able to hold as long, but I'm just working with it. For those of you here last week, I had a bit of a funny hip last week after working in the garden. It seems to be getting a lot better, and I'm not feeling it so much this morning. So hopefully I'm going to be able to keep the foot up there without holding it this morning. Just get yourself into position and then hold and breathe. And don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Well, I'm doing anyway. Can't see anyone else this morning. I'm just going to work with what we can. And don't worry if you're doing less than you were doing last week. It sometimes just depends how you're feeling this morning. Just doing what you can. And if you haven't already come back to Tadasana, then just releasing, bring your foot back to the floor, arms back to your side, close the eyes, nice deep breath in through the nose, down into the abdomen. And again, nice and slowly exhaling through the nose. Bring the breath back down again, the heart rate back down again if it's just rushing a little bit. If you've been working hard in your tree pose, maybe doing something a little bit more advanced than you normally do, just let yourself relax back down again. Just slow the breath down. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And nice and slowly. Okay, so we're going to move on to standing posture work. So we've been working with Virabhadrasana 2 and extended Virabhadrasana 2. So we're going to be working with them again this morning. Remember, do what you can. If at any point you feel you need a little bit of break, you just stop, have a little bit of a breather, and then join back in if you feel you can. Okay, so stepping the feet apart, we'll do a little warm up first of all. So you should have a good idea how wide stance you want to take. But remember, we can adjust as we go along. Think about turning your foot to face in this direction first of all. So remember, the line from the heel goes to the instep of the back foot. As you bend the knee, watch the direction. You're wanting the knee to be moving towards the second toe or directly towards the direction the foot's going in. So try not to let it come across at an angle, really push it out to the side. Keep the body nice and upright so you're not leaning the body towards that knee. And you want the knee to stop when it comes above the ankle. If it's going past the ankle, you want to widen your stance slightly. So come in and out a few times, just get a feel for how deep you want to go into the posture this morning. Remember, Don't forget about your back foot. The outside edge of the back foot should always be in contact with the floor. Don't roll into the instep. We're just going to come in and out a few times, just letting these muscles, inner thigh muscles, stretching, warming up, so that when we start to hold the position, you might find you can go a little bit deeper in because you've stretched out the muscles, you've warmed them up. It's just coming in and out, seeing how you're feeling this morning. Turn the foot back towards me. We're going to go to the opposite side again, just warming up. So turn the foot first of all. Watch the foot position as you bend and straighten the knee. Keep an eye on the knee position. So this is you just getting used to where you want the knee to go to, trying to keep the knee pushing out rather than coming across. Keep the body nice and upright. This is when it's good to do some of these postures in front of a mirror or even windows that you can see yourself in. You can just get a better feel for where your knee is. Sometimes you think it's where you want it to be, and then if you actually see yourself, it's actually not quite in the right position. So it's always worth sometimes doing some of these exercises where you can actually see yourself, get a little bit of feedback, especially when we're not in a class and I can't come round and help you. Okay, so bring foot back towards me. So we're going to go back to the first side. Turn the toes, make sure the feet are in the right position. When you're ready, bend that knee, make sure it's stopping above the ankle. So this time we're going to bring the arms in as well. So remember for the arms, you're stretching the arms out. So really open up the chest, open up the heart, push the shoulders back and down, stretch the arms away to either side. So you're gazing along the middle finger, the arm that's going towards the pointed toe. Hold and breathe for a few breaths this time. Inhale, bring the arms back above the head. The toes come towards me, and we're going to move to the opposite side. So turn the foot in the opposite direction. When you're ready, bend the knee, broaden the arms, open up the chest. Don't let the shoulders lift up towards the ears. Take them back and down. Really widen the chest. Gaze along the middle finger. Come a little bit deeper into the posture if you can, holding and breathing. Inhale, toes towards me, hands above the head. Exhale, going to fold forward from the hips into a wide leg forward bend. Just letting the upper body relax down towards the mat. And bend the knees, push up through the legs. Back up to standing. So we're going back to the first side. So turn the foot. When you're ready, bend that knee. And then again, stretch out the arms, open up the chest, push the shoulders back and down. Hold and breathe. Again, we're going to hold for a few breaths, and then we're going to move into extended bit of Vajrasana too, for a few breaths, just to get a feel for the positions. And then like last week, we will move on to moving with the breath in the next round. But this one we're going to hold and breathe. On your next inhale, remember you want to think about not moving the lower body at all. So don't be inclined to lift up and start to straighten out that knee. Keep the knee position exactly where it is, the foot position where it is. Inhale, seesaw the arms. So your front arm comes up, left arm goes back, the hand just rests on the thigh. Keep gazing along that middle finger. So you're really extending this front side of your body without collapsing the back side. So you should keep that, the side that's towards your back foot, still nice and long. You're really lengthening the side towards the body. Hold and breathe. Again, we're going to seesaw the arms back, center. Keep gazing along that middle finger, and then we're going to hold and breathe. Inhale. Goes towards me, hands above the head. So just going to hold and stretch the arms up towards the ceiling, just stretching them out a little bit before we move to the next side. Now we're going to turn the toes, bend the knee, stretch out the arms on the opposite side. Again, holding and breathing. Inhale, seesaw the arms. Remember, don't collapse the side of the body that's towards the back foot. Lengthen the front and look along that middle finger so you're looking up towards the ceiling. Again, holding and breathing. Bring the arms back to center, back into Virabhadrasana 2. Again, hold and breathe. Goes towards me, arms above the head, stretching up. And as you exhale, fold forward from the hips, wide-legged forward bend. Relax the upper body down towards the mat. Bending the knees, push up through the legs. We'll come back up. So we'll go back to the first side. Let's turn the toes. Bend that knee and stretch out the arms into Virabhadrasana 2. On the inhale, moving into extended. Hold as you exhale. Inhale back to Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale as you hold. Inhale back to center. Exhale, moving to the opposite side. Okay, so inhale and exhale in Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale into extended. Exhale as you hold. Inhale back to Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale as you hold. Inhale back towards me. As you exhale, you're turning, moving into Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale in the position and exhale. Inhale, extended. Hold, exhale. Inhale back to Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale in the position. Inhale back towards me. Exhale, moving to the other side. Inhale and exhale in the position. Inhale, extended. Exhale as you hold. Inhale back to Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale. Inhale back towards me. Moving to the other side. Into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale. Inhale. Extended. Next inhale brings you back to Virabhadrasana 2. Next inhale, hands above the head. As you exhale, you're turning. So as you're moving into Virabhadrasana 2, you're inhaling. Exhale in the position. Inhale, extend. Exhale as you hold. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale back towards me. Exhale, start to turn. Inhale into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale, extended. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale towards me. Exhale. You're moving, you're turning. Inhaling as you go into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhaling as you hold. Inhale, extended. Exhale, hold. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale, back towards me. Exhale as you turn and move. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale as you hold. Inhale, extended. Exhale, hold. Inhale, back to center. exhale, hold. Inhale towards me, and again, exhale, turn, inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, exhale, hold. Inhale, extended, exhale, hold. Inhale back to center, exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. Exhale as you move, inhale, you're back into Virabhadrasana 2, exhale, hold. Inhale, extend, exhale, hold. Inhale back to center, exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. This time as you exhale, we're going to fold forward, have a little break as you come into wide leg forward bend. Bend the knees, push up through the legs as you come back up to standing. So we can give the arms and the legs a little bit of a shake if they feel they need it. And if you can, we're going to do another round of those positions. If you feel that's already enough, remember to stand into Tadasana, think about the breath, close the eyes, just do a little bit of breath work. Well, those of you who are keen to do another round, take the feet apart again into Virabhadrasana 2 stance, turn the toes, and bend the knees. So inhale into Virabhadrasana 2, hold as you exhale. Inhale, extended, hold as you exhale. Inhale back to center, hold as you exhale. Inhale towards me. As you exhale, start to turn so that when you're into Virabhadrasana 2, you're inhaling and then exhaling as you hold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hold. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. Exhale as you turn. Inhale, you're going back into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hold. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. Exhale as you turn. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale, extended. Exhale, hold. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. Exhale as you turn. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hold. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. Exhale as you turn. So you're coming into Virabhadrasana 2 as you inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hold. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. Exhale as you turn. Exhale, hold. Inhale, back to Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. Exhale as you turn. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hold. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale towards me. And again, turning if you can into Virabhadrasana 2. Final round, we're going to hold for a few more breaths. So hold in Virabhadrasana 2 as you breathe. Inhale into extended and then hold and breathe. Inhale back to Virabhadrasana 2, hold and breathe. Inhale back towards me. So moving to the last side, Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to hold and breathe this time. The arms working, the legs working. Inhale into extended, hold and breathe. Back to Virabhadrasana 2, hold. Inhale towards me, exhale, fold forward from the hips, wide leg forward bend, relax the arms, stretch out the lower back. Gentle bend in the knees, push up through the legs. Come back up to standing. Okay, so that was good hard work this morning. So I hope most of you managed to do all of that sequence. Remember, if you didn't, it's absolutely fine. You do what you can. Also remembering that these sessions are now on my YouTube channel, so you can repeat them at any time. I think it takes about 12 hours for it to go live, so you probably won't get this one till later in the day or even tomorrow, but the other weeks are there. The only one that's missing is the very first week. So we had a little bit of a problem with the sound, so it wasn't really worth keeping that one on there. Okay, so we're going to come down onto the floor to do our floor work. So again, we're all going to work through the first version, which is the cat and cow. Yes, the cat and cow version, and then for those of you who are happy, we'll move on to the dog and cat version. But we'll do them all together, the first one together, and then if at any point you feel that that's the one that you want to stick with, then you just stick with that as we move into the next round. So coming down onto all fours. Max not positioned himself particularly well this morning. Come on, puppy. Move over. That's a boy. Yeah, on your own. Good boy. Okay, so coming onto all fours. So we'll do the most straightforward version first of all, which is moving between cat and cow, then into half plank, into sphinx, and extended child's pose. So as we inhale, we're going to move into cow pose. Remember, the head and the tailbone are up. You arch the spine down towards the mat. On an exhale, tuck the head and the tailbone under. Arch the spine up towards the ceiling. So really try and get movement through the spine as you move between these two positions. From there, we're going to move into half plank. So remember, you're going to have to take the hands forward a bit so you can lower the hips and create that straight line from the shoulders down to the knees. And then nice and slowly, just lower yourself down onto the mat. Forearms are on the mat. And as you inhale, I'm going to move into Sphinx pose. So remember, with Sphinx, you're drawing the chest forward, pushing the shoulders back and down, nice long neck. You've been looking ahead. Your lower body's nice and relaxed. There's no tension through the hips and the legs, so don't squeeze the glutes and the legs muscles. Just let them relax. From there, take the hips to the heels, forehead to the mat, extended child's pose. And coming back up onto all fours. So that's the first version of this little sequence that we're going to be working with that you can do. You can stay with cat and cow posture, but also bring in the extended legs. So we're going to do that one now. So on the inhale, we're going to come into cow pose. But if you can, lift the right leg up and really stretch it as far back as you can. So really extend the leg and extend the ankle. On the exhale, going to tuck under into cat, but you're going to bring that right knee as close to your right elbow as you can, really still arching through the back. The inhale brings you back into cow, you push the leg all the way back. Exhale, bring the knee to the floor. On the next inhale, again moving into cow, but this time lift the left leg and really extend the leg as far as you can. Exhale, moving into cat, so tucking under, head under, tailbone under, but bring that knee to the elbow if you can. Exhale, move back into cow with that extended leg. So it's a three-legged cow, and as you exhale, the knee comes back to the mat. From there, we move into a plank position. So again, bring the hands forward, bring the hips down. As you exhale, lower to the floor. Forearms are on the mat. Inhale, lifting into Sphinx again. So really draw the chest forward. From there, hips to heels and forehead to the mat. And coming back up to sit. So that's an idea of different positions you can use. So you can work with cat and cow without bringing the extended leg in. You can bring the extended leg in. You can either use the half plank next, or even when you're doing cat and cow, if from there you want to move into full plank, that's fine. Lower to the floor, we do Sphinx pose or Cobra, which we'll do in the next round. And again, even if you're doing cat and cow, but you want to do Cobra, that's absolutely fine. And we all end in extended child's pose. Okay, so we're going to come back up onto all fours. So again, if you're doing the cat and cow positions, you just stay in this position for the moment. Otherwise, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and coming into down facing dog. So remember, for down facing dog, you want to take your shoulders as far away from the wrists as you can. Feel as if you're pushing those hips up towards the ceiling and press the heels back towards the mat. Don't worry if you don't get there, you just do what you can. So we're in down facing dog. So from there, if you want, you can keep the feet on the floor if you prefer. But if you want, on the inhale, you're going to lift the right leg and extend the leg. So three-legged dog. From there, as you exhale, bring the shoulders above the wrists, really arch up through the back and bring the elbow to the knee, flying cat. Inhale, push all the way back, three-legged dog. Exhale, the foot comes to the floor. Inhale, this time lift the left leg if you can. Exhale into flying cat. Inhale, push all the way back. And exhale, bring the foot to the floor. From there, you're going to come into a plank. You might have to bring the hands slightly forward. And remember, you can take the knees to the mat if you need to into half a plank. And from there, you're going to lower to the floor. So either take the knees down and lower yourself nice and gently, or if you can manage to control the whole descent from plank, you can come all the way down in this position. And from there, we're going to either use cobra or sphinx. So remember, for sphinx, the forearms are on the mat, cobra hands beside the chest. Inhale, lifting the upper body. So either way, the lower body's nice and relaxed. You're not lifting the hips off the mat. Keep the hips on the floor so you get that nice stretch through the spine. From there, hips to heels, forehead to the mat. And for those of you can, maybe try and extend, work a little bit harder in this child's pose. So just open the knees a little bit further and try and get your body coming down through between the legs. As you bring the forehead to the mat, you'll find that your nose can touch the mat as well. So really think about pushing the tailbone back and then drawing the upper body forward and just creating that real stretch through the body, stretching out the shoulders and the arms and getting as close to the floor as you can. We're just going to hold and breathe. And force. Okay, so we're going to go through that again. So again, pick your position. You can work with cat and cow, or you can work with down facing dog and flying cat. Coming into down facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, pushing all the way back, leg up. Exhale, foot to the floor. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, pushing all the way back. Exhale, foot to the mat. Holding the breath, come into plank position. From there, lower to the floor. And inhaling into cobra or sphinx. Exhale, extended child's pose. And if you can, really use that active child's pose position. Couple of breaths. And inhale, coming back up onto all fours. So running through that again, if you can, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, foot to the mat. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, push all the way back. Exhale, foot to the floor. Moving into a plank. Hold, lower. Inhale, cobra or sphinx. Exhale, extended child's pose. Hold and breathe. And inhale, coming back up onto all fours. So if you can, we're going to do another couple of rounds. Remember, at any time you feel you need to stop, you can either just lie on your front on the mat and have a little breather, or you could work just with cat and cow postures, just getting some movement through the spine. It's always good to do that spinal movement with cat and cow. So whatever you prefer, if you're doing down facing dog, coming into down facing dog, inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, push all the way back. Exhale, foot to the mat. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, push all the way back. Exhale, leg to the mat. Moving into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or sphinx. Exhale, extended child's pose. And back up onto all fours if you can, another round. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, all the way back. Foot to the floor as you exhale. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, push all the way back. Exhale, foot to the mat. Moving into plank, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra sphinx. Exhale, extended child's pose. So I think we could probably manage one more round for those of you who can. Again, remember, have a rest if you feel you need a rest, or work with cat and cow postures. So tuck the toes, lift the hips. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale, push all the way back. Exhale, foot to the floor. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, flying cat. Inhale. Exhale, foot to the floor. Moving into the plank. Lower to the floor. Inhaling cobra. Exhale, back into extended child's pose. And inhale, come back up to sitting. We're going to just stretch out a little bit before we finish off. Coming to sit on your mat facing me if you can, sitting cross-legged. Remember, if that doesn't suit, you can have the legs directly out in front. Okay, so just close the eyes for a moment, just take a nice deep breath in first of all. And slowly exhale. And again, nice deep breath in. And slowly exhale. Nice. And your next inhale, bring the arms above the head. So exhale, we're going to fold forward from the hips. Just walk the hands forward, just coming forward as far as you can, and then lowering the body towards the mat. Don't worry how far you can go, just doing what you can this morning. So letting the hips stretch out, breathing nice and deeply. And as you inhale, I'm going to walk the hands back nice and slowly, take the hands around behind the hips. So remember, you have a choice here. You can just lift the chest up towards the ceiling and look up. So really lengthen the neck, push the shoulders back and down. So you're getting a nice stretch across the upper body. If you can lift the hips as well, coming up onto the knees, so you're stretching through the hips as well. Okay, we're just going to hold and breathe. Like you've lifted the hips, take the hips back to the mat, come back to sitting. Sitting cross-legged, swap the legs over so that the opposite leg is leading in the cross-leg position. Inhale again, arms above the head. Exhale, walking the hands forward, just coming as far as you can. Nice and slowly walking the hands back, hands around behind the hips. Inhale again, opening up the chest. You can lift the hips as well if you can, stretching out the front of the body. And release. Okay, stretching the legs out in front. And take the hands above the head. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Coming into a forward bend, and then just relax down over the legs. Just really stretching out. And nice. Okay, so we haven't done our little relaxation for a couple of weeks. So instead of doing our pranayama sitting up today, we'll actually do a little bit lying on the mat in Shavasana, your relaxation position, just to a little bit of change. So if you want to get yourself lying on your back on the mat, have your feet roughly hip width apart, and then just let the feet fall away to either side. So just relax through the ankles, the knees, the hips, and just let the little toes fall to either side. Don't force, just let them do what they can. Think about relaxing the hips, softening the lower back so you're falling down towards the mat. Stretching out the spine and then just letting yourself completely relax. Have the arms slightly out from the body, palms facing up just so that the fingers can naturally curl as you relax the hands. So close the eyes, Just lying in Shavasana, relaxation position. I just want you to concentrate on the breath for a few rounds. Just going to do some abdominal breathing, but nice and slowly. So just inhaling through the nose, draw the air down into the abdomen. And as you exhale, just slowly release it. And again, inhaling down into the abdomen. And exhaling, slowly releasing. Just going to do a short relaxation this morning. So you're just going to mentally repeat along with me the areas of the body you want to relax. And by repeating 3 times, it means more likely to take it in and the body's more active. So we're just going to start with the feet and legs. And my legs are relaxed. Are lying on completely my feet and my hips, my lower back, and lower back, and we on my hips, my lower back, middle, and arm, my middle, and my hands, and relax. My hands and my arms, shoulders, my neck, my head are relaxed. My shoulders, my neck, and my head are really relaxed. My head and my mind still. I still mind, mind still. Nice lying, nice and nice and relaxed. Just a little bit of movement. Ears and ears. Very slowly starting to move. Inhale, the arms above the head, very gentle stretch. And as you exhale, draw the knees into your chest, into Apanasana, pose. Very gently rock from side to side, get back a little bit from the massage. And nice and slowly, coming back up. Roll back to sitting position. Bring the palms together. Namaste. Thank you for joining the class again today. And again, it's always nice just to know that you've been taking part in the class. And Hope to see you all next week. Thank you.